Blessings, and good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a great evening. I done popped up on the scene again. I'm back. Okay, guys, what we're going to be doing is a recap, because if you saw it, I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to see the Dolton meeting that took place on the 1st, but I was able to see some clips from other content creators, and I was like, whoa, I missed out on a lot. So what we're going to do is just do a recap for the people who did not see it, or if the ones who did see it and just want to see it with me. Let's get to it. We're going to be watching it today together. Thank you for being here with GraceLevi. I'm trying to play catch up. I've been pretty busy. God be the glory. I'm doing what I got to do. But the ones who know me, they know what's going on. So let's watch this together. And this is going to highlight some key moments related to what happened to Mr. Austin and how everyone is so okay, cool. Make sure everybody is pretty much uptight about this situation, because it's not only deja vu, but it's deja vu. So let's just play this real quick. Thank you for being here, Miss Grace. If you come in and happen to just come in here and just click in, hit the like button, please. Thank you. Let's watch this together. Let's go.
It's not. Oh, it's on. Good evening, everyone. Trustee Tammy Brown. Present. Trustee Stan Brown. Present. Trustee Belcher. Here. Trustee Steve.
Blessing.
Trustee Norwood.
Present.
Trustee Holmes, I believe, is absent. We have a quorum there.
Thank you very much. As we begin to stand with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Blessings, Javar. Welcome. I missed you. We're going to watch a recap. You know, I didn't do this in a while, but this got a little spicy. So as y'all come in, get in the comments, you know, get me up to date on what y'all think is going on, because I'm trying to figure it out. I think I called it out earlier, but I like to hear what everybody else got to say.
Yes. Pledge allegiance to
you on this day.
Oh, Lord.
Board meeting. We have family, loved ones here that are also asking questions, and the question is why? Okay. And God, we pray now that as we gather together in this meeting, in this setting, that you will give us your love, your peace, your harmony, but then also some answers so that we can also understand that we can do better when we do it together. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay, I think as now we will transition into public comments. We'll ask anybody who has comments for this body, please come forward. You have 3 minutes.
Honestly, I'm glad they start off with public comments. Y'all know what Tiffany used to do towards the end. She was moving it towards the end, and we just had to wait. Wearing people down, wearing down the saints. Let's listen to what they have to say, because it got a little spicy from what I saw.
My name is Natalie Norman, and my son was brutally murdered in Dolton, Capri, Austin, on May 21st. I'm here because I want updates on the charges. I want to know what the holdup is. Why haven't this man been charged with the murder of my son? Who can murder somebody and walk away? You looked in my face and told me that they were going to be working on this, and no one is charged. That place is open. I know a lot of people thought my son was a nobody, but as y'all can see, that he was a professional basketball player. He played for the IBA, the ABA. Just didn't make it to the NBA. He was loved by many people. He was loved by many people. And I know that y'all think he was a nobody. His life matters. Shame on you. Shame on you. My son is dead. And nobody has been charged. He was brutally murdered, center mass. Center mass. That's what the doctor told me, center mass. You should be ashamed of yourself. What you got going on here? I want to know why nobody has been charged. I have no updates. I have no updates. Where's my updates? Somebody needs to be charged with the murder of my son. Somebody needs to be charged with the murder of my son. Who does? It's been 14 days since my son was laying on the ground. He died on November. My dates are wrong. He died this May 21st at 11:48. The police didn't come by my house till 3 a.m.
I will say we've reached 3 minutes, but I will comment to the point of saying that our office has made outreaches, and of course, the charging decision is not one that comes from the Village of Dolton. The Village of Dolton does not have the authority on that matter, but we will continue to make sure that we are, I don't know, Chief, you have any comments on here? But the charging decision does not come
Send
from
the
us.
information to the state's attorney, please.
Chief, you have comments?
Yes. So the Dolton Police Department is investigating. Can you hear me? The Dolton Police Department is investigating. Mom and Dad, I've spoken with you guys. We met in person. I've spoken with both of you on a number of occasions since this has happened to try to give you some updates and explain to you the process. Our detectives collect the evidence. When the evidence is collected, some of the evidence has to be sent for analysis. Analysis does not happen in most cases overnight, but we try to expedite it as much as we possibly can. Ultimately, charging decisions, more especially in first-degree murder cases, are the decision of the Cook County State's Attorney. My detectives have been in consultation with the Cook County State's Attorney, the head of felony review, on this case since the incident occurred. The ultimate charging decision comes from the Cook County State's Attorney, not the Dolton Police Department.
All right, so I addressed this, and this is a bold-faced lie. From what I researched, at the end of the day, this happened in their jurisdiction, and even if the state wanted to intervene for some apparent reason, they can bring their own charges. Okay, there can be more than one set of charges against an individual, depending. Okay, now I don't understand why Dolton Police Department needs the Cook County Attorney General to help them make a decision based on analysis of evidence when a good portion of that evidence is actually testimony of people who were there, who saw it. And I don't know how much, evidence do you need when it comes to this thing that happened. And we thought it was broad daylight, but she said 11:58 at night. Regardless, at the end of the day, it's a smoke lounge, it's a party place where people be at. I kind of saw that area. Not at night. I know definitely down by Baba's and the skating ring and all that area. It definitely a good crowd out there. I'm just gonna be honest. So I do believe that this is a whole bunch of garbage that he's saying, and it's so sad that House would even start off with a bold-faced lie as well. You know, basically like backing this up, that they don't have any authority, which is a lie. Because what we saw Tiffany Henyard do the whole time was control the police department, what they did, what they didn't do. And I know Tiffany was a tyrant, but usually the mayor has a good hold over the local police department. Okay. Now, what kills me is that this is not far fetched, because y'all already know that I'm going to bring y'all back to the cusps when it comes to the Alexis Wilson case. And this was kind of similar as far as the notification. I don't know if they were as disrespectful as they were in the Alexis Wilson case, but to notify a mother at 3 a.m. in the morning, highlighting that this man had people around him, they knew who he was, he had to have some type of ID to go inside of the smoke lounge, where possibly, y'all let me know if alcohol is served there, but most likely. So he have to have some type of ID. So why wasn't he that family notified at least in a timely manner? Okay. Now, what I want to know is, did he pass away right away? Was any care rendered to him? When was he pronounced unalive? Because that says a lot about notification when it comes to family. This is what Dolton don't like, because this is how we was evaluating them before. In the case of Cara, just to remind you how gross and nasty this police station can do with their actions and disregard for people who have loved ones who pass. They basically notify her, I think the next day. Don't quote me, but the terrible thing about the notification was that they lied. You know, they told her half truth. They just said that her daughter was involved in an accident, did not say that she was unalive by a Dolton officer or guns was involved or anything. And they tricked her into signing her car over for evidence without her having a full story of what was going on, talk to a lawyer. So I'm throwing this out here because this is how the Dolton police actually behave. Okay, this is how they actually behave. So I want you guys to understand what type of animal we're dealing with. There's not a lot of changes from what I'm hearing. So let's finish listening, because I wanted to add my 1-2 to that, because this is pretty typical when you're dealing with unbelievable politics and, how can I say, small town, big corruption.
In this case, we anticipate that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office is going to make a charging decision in the coming days, but we cannot tell you exactly when that's going to be, because ultimately, once they are satisfied with all of the evidence that they have received, then they make a charging decision. And that's where we're at as far as our investigation is concerned right now.
So the holdup is the state's attorney's office?
The holdup is the investigation. The totality of the investigation. Like I've explained it to you, and I get it. Trust me.
I don't think you get it.
No, I don't.
Have you had a child murdered in the streets?
I have empathy for you, ma'am, and humility for you. No, I have not. But once again, there are certain processes that we have to follow, because we don't want this to fall through the cracks either. We don't. And if we make one misstep, we all know with the justice system, that's a possibility that it can happen and fall through the cracks. So we're doing our due diligence in working with the state's attorney's office in order to bring this to a resolve and to assist them in their decision-making of what charges they want to bring forward.
My last question, I know I have to go. If it's an open investigation and you're still investigating, why is that raggedy place open? So an open investigation, why is it open?
What's that? So in this case, and I will say this from a legal perspective, everybody involved, until somebody has received charges, all parties do have rights for them. So what we will do is a complete investigation, as Chief has indicated, so that we can work with state's attorney to bring it to as quick a charging decision as possible.
I don't know if that's a law or that's a rule for the place to be shut down, but I have seen places be closed for a day or so, after something happened in the middle of things, but usually they don't last long when behind protests. So obviously, I don't know what's going on in Dolton, but are you guys out there protesting this cigar lounge? Because if y'all were protesting for real, they'll be shut down for a little while. They'll definitely lose business. That's the time for protest, along with paperwork, along with getting in contact with the attorney general. But I do think if he's open, yeah, protest is warranted.
Just a second. My name is Shanir Austin. I am Capri's dad, and I want to say this first. Capri is special. He's been special. And I want to say this to everybody up here. I want to thank everyone from all the way from here to there, to there, to there, to there, for looking at us when we're talking. Belcher, you weren't looking at us.
Oh, that's what I miss. That's what I miss. Is somebody pulling a Tiffany Henyard? What was I saying in my last live? I said that her heart is shriveled up. And usually when you're guilty, you can't look into people's eyes. Let's finish listening. Ooh, I missed that part.
You weren't looking at us. You weren't looking at us, and that said a lot to me. Just chill. Listen, my son was special. My son checked off all the. My son checked. Go, y'all calm. My son checked off all the boxes. He went to school. He stayed out the streets. He went to college. He had an exceptional career in basketball overseas. He did all of that stuff. And all I'm asking right now as a father, I would not allow my son's death to go unheard or unanswered. We need answers. I want to know why this business is still open. What I've come to understand is that, man, when violence happens at businesses, an investigation, it should be shut down. We should be shut down. And we would not stop until my son's death is answered for. And so whatever y'all got to do, whatever it's going to take, we're going to keep showing up here. We're going to march down there. We're going to stand in front of his business. We're going to do whatever we can to make sure that Capri Austin, his name be remembered forever. And I understand process. But listen, process is painful. I wake up every day seeing my son laying on the ground. Some man, DeAndre Rucker, standing over here, shooting him 3 times.
Thank you. Say his
I
name.
see it. I see.
Say his name. Is no alleged DeAndre Rucker. Something. These people must have saw something. More gonna come out about this story. He saw his son laying there dead. Wait, how did this happen? Did he see it? Was he there, or is he saying it in his mind? Okay, let's listen because I'm trying to figure out some stuff. Because they said that mom, she said she was made aware at 3 a.m. And dad seemed pretty traumatized. But as we know, DeAndre Rucker, no alleged at this point.
I see it. It's painful. All I'm asking is please get it done. Please get it done. That's all I'm asking. Please get it done. Please get it done for my family. I'm done.
May.
Yes, his best friend. Yes. That's where he at.
No, ma'am.
He ain't in the country, so where he at?
Look at Kiana.
Everything.
Look at her. Can I zoom this up? Look at her. Look at Kiana. You see her with her little grin on her face? I told y'all. I wish I could have told y'all earlier. Shriveled up heart. Tiffany Henry, sister.
I gotta tell the truth. Tell the truth. Everything.
Look.
I gotta tell the
Yeah.
truth. Come on.
Look up it.
Yes, it's desperate. Yes. Yes. That's the way he acts.
Nobody
ma'am.
talking to you. Nobody talking. Kiana looking for
Yeah.
somebody to talk to because she feeling guilty. Stan, my man, he looking straight. You see that right there? That's the guiltiness. Let's see what's going on. You know, I'm watching body language and everything.
I gotta tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Nate.
And I'ma still try to say greetings in the name of the Father, the Son. To the Austin family, I'm activist Cheryl Hill. I don't know how to start to tell you how sorry I am. And I want you all to keep coming back. Standing up, because I got a 31-year-old at home just stood at these meetings with me. I done had these people lock me up for doing just what I'm doing today. You know what I'm saying? JC came to the police department. You think they didn't check on me?
Guys.
I had an incident in front of my grandson. This trustee right here, she walks up on me. At a tea with the trustee, I've been asking you people, why? Did y'all hear what that pastor said? Why must it keep coming to this over and over again? I'm not your judge. I'm not your jury. I'm not your executioner. To the residents and Dolton community, we hope to have support and encouragement. Mr. Ricky's was what I was reading this for. Now support and encouragement for this family that business don't be open. How many of these do I have to do? Y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear about the young lady got killed with the stiletto? Same spot. Y'all can't bring us back a foot locker, but y'all keep signing off on these murders. You know, one day I said, I hope I never stand here and say, hope this boy don't be, and don't you say nothing about no 3 minutes to me, that this boy was going to find themselves tied to a murder. Untie yourself from this one. Let me see you untie yourself from this one. Illinois State Standard Board. They done send me all my receipts for Lacey, Commander Raleigh, Staples. You know what I'm saying? Y'all came around my house like the freaking Gestapo.
All right.
I had a police factor.
I got to fast forward a little. I want to listen to her. I'm going to listen. I'm going to play a little bit faster. But Javar, you're 100% right. I totally agree. Because you the old school. You the old school watcher. You know what this is. And it just irks me, or I don't know how to feel about this at this point, because I know what I'm dealing with. Okay. Biblically, we're dealing with Nivea here. If y'all don't know what Nivea is, go learn about the story of Jonah. I've been trying to explain to you what's happening in Dolton. It's corruption that's coming down from the politics, from the government, and it trickles into the people and their behavior, their everyday interaction with each other. They connive each other. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because there was so much stuff going on around this young lady, you know, because we're just going to talk about it. I'm not going to bring it all out, but it's now to see the face behind all the stuff that was happening. And it's just like, yo, choose a side, choose God. People are not consistent. They choose people and situations and money over stuff because it's so weird. You already know that we're going to hear from Miss Trina, but Miss Trina was complaining about her allegedly working with some of the government of Dolton to shice her. Now, I'm bringing this up because the people need to understand before you get wrapped up on this emotionally, but you should pay attention because they need help from the outside. Maybe they really want it. But y'all need to know before y'all get all wrapped up and start choosing people who to like. And I'm just going to tell the truth about everything. I don't care. I don't dislike nobody. I don't like nobody. Whatever y'all want to say. But what I will say is that this gave me a headache. Because to know the nonsense behind what goes on out there and the way people behave, it takes away. That is true. Now I understand, like, when you behave a certain way and you do stuff and then you try to go represent somebody in the tragedy, you be taken away. So that's pretty much what just happened. Her talking took away from this situation, but I'm gonna have to fast forward real quick. Respect. And I'm gonna keep it moving. Y'all already know. I just don't like unrighteousness. Personally, I don't care who you do it to. If you show me that you, or I hear something like that, or I'm done. Move forward. So let's cook tonight. This is my raw reaction because I didn't know it.
Last one of us. And we not living in a blighted community where y'all punishing on us.
They got a skinny Keith Price in the building. Look at Keith Price's legs. Y'all know he on that Ozempic. He lost a lot of weight.
Not gonna happen. How the people gonna be so powerful, y'all gonna be down and need setting. Y'all redundantly ridiculous and disgusting of a
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, trustees, department heads, and resident of Dolton. My name
is this Pablo's? Let's watch this.
Firoz Bohra. I'm here to sponsor 2 students on behalf of the Black Mayor Caucus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I spoke.
Guys, sorry, I stereotyped. I thought that was Pablo's. Don't he look like Pablo's? Sorry.
Spoke with Mayor Jada Curry in Linwood. We are doing 2 students in Dolton, 2 students in Harvey, 2 in Riverdale, 2 in Linwood, and 2 in Burham. So a total of $10,000 scholarship that's going to go to the Black students through the Black Mayor Caucus. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Diane Overstreet, and this is for the police department. On Easter, April 5th, approximately 2 o'clock, there was a drive-by shooting on Dykeman Court, and my property was damaged. I was told by several police officers to go to the station to get a report for my insurance. This was April 5th, Easter. I went several times. The first time I went, I was asked, did I call? Yes, I called. You came and you took bullets out of my house. Yes, I called. I was informed that someone would call me back with further info. No call. I got no call. I went back to the police station. I was told I couldn't have it because the case was open. I was told I needed to go to Markham to fill out a Freedom of Information Act. I was told that if I wanted to have my insurance call the police department. I don't have a report, the officers' names. I don't have any paperwork. At your last tea with the trustees this month, I came up there. I wanted to speak to somebody then. Your liaison came up to me, asked me could he help me. I tried to let him read what I wrote. He said, oh no, I'm gonna get the chief, he's inside. We're gonna deal with this, it's done. Yes, you should have your report for your insurance. The person that I thought was the police came out in the white shirt, whatever, came up to me. First of all, he didn't appear interested because he did not read this report. He asked me for my name and my telephone number.
Let's stop right here. She's saying a lot. This is a hot mess. First and foremost, shout out to Robert. I'm trying to look at some of the comments. I got new streaming stuff. I think you're talking about Mama Hill. He said, we love to when Lacey kicked her grandson out of the Easter hunt, but she has been angry too many times since. And I didn't know, and you're informing me that that's the same lady. Like, this is a whole hot mess. That's the little girl who Tiffany got kicked out of the East Egg Hunt, was related to Mama Hill. Now putting a face for the people who kind of know this story that know. Now it's like, if you didn't know, I'm finding out as well. Okay, thank you for that comment. But this is kind of out of pocket as well. Oh my God, this is dangerous. Like, y'all back, okay, shootout. It was a shootout. And this lady basically is saying that her house caught straight bullets. They came, did a little investigation, I guess, as she said, saw the holes or whatever. Didn't give her a police report. I don't know if they didn't give her a police number. She doesn't have a police report. They're telling her for her to make a claim with her insurance company, because that's what you have to do to get your house fixed, especially with things like this. You have to get the police report. They told her when she went in person. Y'all listening, this is wild to me because I can only imagine. This is the reason why I moved out of Newark. I mean, when I was there, it was high chances that your house could get ran in by a stolen car or you could get shot up. So that's something really hard to deal with. And then when you have police that's unresponsive, and the reason why I'm saying this, because I always have to refer to real life, what I know. At least the cops in Newark, they respond. At least it was some paperwork. So this lady is struggling just to get paperwork so she can get insurance to fix her home. I'm just trying to figure out the why. Y'all know me. I'm like, why? What's the why for me? Why would you not give this lady this information? Do you know who is shooting up the house? Are you trying to protect them? What, you didn't take a report to lower the numbers of the gunplay that's going on in the area? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on around here because this is pathetic. And this is dangerous. And if y'all watching her, she's shaking. Like, I know she probably have some medical, but baby, she probably stressed out. Because many people don't understand how it is to live in the hood, in areas where it's gunshots. Like, you gotta, it really mess with you. And you have the government that's not even responsive, that's not even possibly not taking reports. After all of the Hinyard thing, that was a whole 3.5 years for me, or 2 years. I was going through it for 4 years of drama, emotional ridden situations, up, down, around. And now this, I'm sorry, I just had to give y'all a mouthful because I was really trying to process what she was saying. And I'm really like, this is unbelievable. This is really unbelievable, but it's real. This is disgusting.
He stated that if a report wasn't done, that he would have them do one. And that was at your trustee's tea. Okay? No call.
It wasn't a report done, possibly.
Nothing.
Miss Overstreet, we've hit 3 minutes, but I'm gonna have Chief. Do you have somebody that we can, if you don't mind, step right here, or Chief.
I did 3 minutes already because I got some more.
Yes, ma'am. It was 3 minutes.
They ain't got no shame. They ain't got no shame, Mr. Roberts. They ain't got no shame. I'm not telling y'all to be religious. Just go read the story. Listen to the story of Nivea, the real story, not just the part of with Jonah. Y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna be like, oh my God. Y'all gonna separate from this government stuff. Y'all gonna separate because these people, they gotta go to jail. Y'all focus on getting them locked up and replacing them. That's all I'm telling you. No cap, no holding back.
So now
she was just.
I'd like to know, is this going to be done like in this week or something?
Deputy Chief, can you make sure it's done this week, please? Right now? Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Angela Russell. I work in the mental health department within Vision Unlimited. I first want to offer my sincere condolences to the family. What you did experience was very traumatic. I want to let you and everyone here know that there is assistance available through the Illinois Department of Human Services, the Violence Prevention Convener. There are funds available for assistance for the families and for the victims of gun violence. If anyone wants more information about that, you can give me a call at 773-580-2394. I also want to encourage the family, friends, anyone who witnessed that to make sure that you're getting mental health support. Mental health support does not have to be in the form of counseling or therapy or medicine, but just making sure that you're talking with someone about what you're going through. And again, anyone who needs assistance or wants referrals for information, please give me a call at 773-580-2394. It's very important that you are not carrying this alone, that you're making sure that you're processing your feelings in a healthy way, although you are angry and upset. We want to make sure that you're getting the supports that you need as well. I also want to let you know that we're having an event.
Wait, before I lose my thought about her event. Okay. So you want the family and the people who watch this to reach out to you guys for support. I thought like victim advocate in these type of program reaches out to the victims, to the witnesses who come through, because there's some type of investigation going on right now. Okay. I don't know if this is an outside source not connected to Dolton, but I will hope it is. And even if it's connected to Cook County, why hasn't the family been already approached with this? I'm just saying, I hope the family have, but I hope this wasn't the way that it was introduced to them through this meeting, because this is one of the main problems. Okay, the systematic approach to actually handling this correctly as an investigation, and to kind of, how can I say, address the family's needs just a little bit. You ain't charging them. You didn't even get the grieving councils to reach out to them. Nobody, as they said. Now, again, I'm bringing certain stuff up because Dolton, y'all know I got a heart for y'all. I'm not going to reiterate anything that you shouldn't bring up to people, that you shouldn't want them to put into protocols, into what they should be doing when these things happen. That's the kind of person I am, like a systematic. So let's talk about fixing this. So when y'all get on their butt and y'all start writing letters and reporting this to the Attorney General and everybody else, and ISP as well, because ISP has an investigation unit. Also, they have an Illinois State investigation, like oversee supervisor. I have their information. And yeah, because I'm definitely moving down this route with the Lexus situation, because I don't think they did the investigation right, but you have to have, some type of proof. But if you have any questions about that, you can tell them and they can be like, hey, jump on this. And I think writing a letter will actually initiate them to jump in and investigate this, because as what the outside people heard, I think me and you heard, is that Cook County don't have nothing to do with this. And Cook County was like, hey, they never told us to get involved. That's the word on the street. So I know I said a mouthful, but this to the family, to the people who out there, because you have a big fight to fight. So maybe all I'm saying right now, no more shutting people up. Start writing y'all letters, write them to who, and stay on they, okay? Because it's not going to be one letter. It's not going to be one person. It's going to be consistent. Okay, you're going to have to flood these people with paperwork and be in their face, because obviously they playing in your face. All of those people at that board right there is playing in all of residents' face. And we're not going to deal with it again.
On July 25th, called Healing Happens Here. It's a free community event at Abundant Living.
Mr. Dolton, to the mayor, to the trustees, to all of you who are here. My name is Reverend D.R.C. Kent. I'm the Senior Associate of True Vine Missionary Baptist Church of Dismore, Illinois. I stand here in support of the Austin family, not only as a clergy, and I thank God for all the other clergy who are here today, but also as a friend and as someone who knew Capri from birth. The pastor opened up this meeting with a prayer, and the question that was asked is why? We have not received any information. I will adhere to what the chief has said about speaking to us. I was there at both meetings. But we keep hearing process. We keep hearing timeline. And we are very knowledgeable about what it is operate under a process. We understand the timeline. I think I asked this question when we met. Is the system flawed? Because constantly we're hearing all that it takes to gather information to present. We understand that the Dolton police or any other police are not responsible for bringing up charges, but present evidence. May 21st.
What?
Today is June 1st. How much time?
I haven't found any law that said that. If y'all have the law, Mr. Roberts, do you know of this? Do you know that Dolton can't charge anybody for murder? What is it? I never heard of this a day in my life. But let me know if you still watching. What are they
Does it
talking
take
about?
to present whatever you have to the state's attorney? You guys promised the family that you would walk with them, Mayor, Chief, along this journey, that you would share with them everything. These were your words, that is going on. And I don't believe since that day we left your office, anything else has been shared with this family. Any questions have been answered. Anything has been brought to the state's attorney.
You know what I was thinking, guys, with me shaking my head? The more time that D'Angelo Ruckers is out, the more time he has to buy witnesses. I mean, the people who are out there, allegedly. He has long money and long connections. This man name was brought up to me day one, and I didn't even know him. He had nothing to do with what I was out there for. I was just like, I don't know this man. Even when his lawsuit came up, I didn't talk about it, as I said, because the connection to Kiana, just trying to have respect. But what I will say is that I believe that this man has a risk to intimidate, to control local government officials in all of the areas of his 25 businesses, as well as intimidate people allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly based on what I know, Mr. Pimpalicious crazy mentality. From what I know, guys, just if y'all go look up this guy called Nature Boy that was on the internet, he was like running this cult, and he was kind of like basically getting young people and older people too just to think crazy stuff, that he was the Messiah and he had to have all these wives. This is what Ruckers remind me of, the story that I heard of him way before this. And I was like, what? And then later on, I was made aware a while ago when he got his name on the library. Yes. And he got Melanie Fitness. I learned about this, but it was no significance. But now it's a reason. But that's what I think he has a risk of doing. And I don't think it's a good idea for him to be out and about in society. I'm just going to say that. Especially highlighting one more thing, the way the news is broadcasting it, only one or two broadcasted correctly. The way he shot Mr. Alston was one shot straight and then ran up to him, and while he was on the ground, shot him twice. That's a monster. That's a murderer to me. So for Kiana and all of them to sit there and have this stoic face and Kiana staring to the side and trying to get somebody to talk to her is disgusting. It is disgusting. And I advise the clergy, since he got the church on his side, I'm going to be honest, they need to go and protest. And just to bring this up, that place, maybe someone could verify, because they already said the lady with the stilettos got killed out there. I didn't hear this story, but has more than one murder. And I already mentioned to you guys the spiritual side of it, in my opinion, what they do. These people who are big business owners, they want to be the boule, they want to be the controllers of the world, whatever they want to be. They believe in something a little bit different than us. So they worship different. They do things in their particular businesses, and it brings more of that energy, and blood is shed. Example, Baba's. If y'all did any research, and I know y'all didn't, but I have, Baba's had numerous killings in front of it, at or around it, and that place should be shut down. These places are demonic. I think The clergy need to come out and pray on it. Pray on Dolton, walk up and down that street, rebuke it all. So that's my opinion, but let's just move on, guys. Y'all here with Grace. Thank you for being here. Y'all know I'm going to give y'all a mouthful, but that's how I'm feeling about this right here. Because y'all know there's some underlying stuff. And you know Kiana please tell me, she's the female Mason. And I've been trying to tell y'all, she with the white skirt and all that stuff. Remember I was telling y'all, like, somebody is, I forgot the name, please tell me. These people worship something different and they make sacrifices. Don't think it's a joke. It's not a surface thing. That's why these seats are rotating. That's why they're not getting in trouble for stuff. They're praying to a certain type of God, and y'all gonna need some prayer on top of making some physical moves against this administration. And that's to continue putting the paperwork on them, physically being out to the places that need to be shut down, rotate on that. Anytime it's he about to have a party, y'all out there protesting. Y'all gotta know how to protest properly. You don't be there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You be there when it's about to pop off and they having fun. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to show you how to fight, because I ain't going to waste my time watching this video and not really giving y'all some good feedback. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here just to report. Let's talk about it, because this is ridiculous.
And so again, we ask, why has this not happened? And when will this happen? You told us, Mayor, at the beginning of that meeting, that you promised no political would be involved in this situation, that we would get to the bottom of this and we would do what we had to do. You promised us, Chief, that you wanted to do this in a timely manner because you didn't want to mess anything up. But again, May 21st, June 1st, how much time is this going to take to get this done? We deserve, the family deserves, that mother and that father deserves answers. Not push-offs, but answers of why Ruckus Lounge, Smoking Bar, whatever it is still open. Why? Have not anything been presented to the Search Attorney Office? Why? Nothing has happened. We need to have those answers. You can time us 3 minutes up here and we can bring everybody in here to stand for 3 minutes to get this message across. But at the end of the day, after we have all addressed this, we still need to hear from you all. And we need to hear from you all tangibly with some answers and some action. Thank you for your time.
I just be holding my mouth. Somebody else is coming. You know why possibly they didn't give any information to the state attorney? Because these people don't know how to investigate or take reports. I'm just going to keep it honest. By cross-referencing the information that I got from Dolton versus the Illinois State Police, and this is outside of Alexis case. Let's talk about Darius Wilson, the one that was found hanged inside of the jail. Oh yeah, I got information on that, and I was supposed to report on it. But I mentioned to you guys in the first video I did that the report from Dolton was totally like ridiculous. The report from ISP was a little bit better and a little bit more cohesive, and it named people that wasn't named in the Dolton report, and it was missing a lot. Like, regardless, I just stopped because I, from the basis of the report, for not to even have matching names, I was like, oh, this was going to take me down a rabbit hole. So this is probably why they didn't submit anything, because these people don't know how to investigate. And that's exactly why the next step for me was to report them to the Investigation Bureau of Illinois. So I'm saying it wrong, but I got the name written down because there's been a lot going on in my life. Don't think I forgot about Alexis. Yeah, we're going to poke the holes in the lies, and you're supposed to show it to them. So they have no choice but to look into it. The family is going to have to do their own investigation. I'm just going to be honest. I'm sad to say, I'm not telling y'all to be police, but y'all going to have to question people, get the information while it's fresh. Because obviously, Dolton police is not going to investigate right. And ISP feet is not on the ground. And I'm not saying they the best either. But do you see what I'm saying? What we hear ISP saying is like, oh, wait, they ain't asked us to come. And they're like, well, we're submitting stuff to them, waiting for them to give us the charging documents. Baby, you guys going to start to have to push this investigation yourself and talk to every single person who was there that night and saw everything. And I know Dolton is kind of like act like a pee hole country, pee hole place. I'm just gonna be honest, like in that little strip, because it looked like it looked like a desert before. You see what I'm saying? Now they got the businesses coming. Did y'all get any lights? Y'all remember? I mean, cameras. Y'all remember? I remember it was an ordinance that was passed for cameras, for street cameras. Remember? These are the things that the family need to focus into. Go try to get these cameras, freedom information requests, start running it. Y'all gonna have to learn. This is what the time I've been on. This is the time we have to be on. And I guess the lower income, the have-nots, the black community, everybody who fit into that category, because obviously we're not gonna get justice from the haves. They're gonna pick and choose what justice people get based on the narrative they want to push and who they want to control or to make happy for the moment. So that's my suggestion, because obviously they're not doing an investigation from history. From what I've noticed, from reading their reports, pretty much sucks. I'm like, what is this? What? I mean, plain out lies and contradictions. They were writing their report one thing, and then the supervisor who's doing the investigation and had to do a narrative, the report would be totally different. And they so stupid that they don't even cross-reference. I'm just throwing stuff out there because this is stuff I saw even in Alexis. Like, yo, if you're gonna try to cover for your partner, once you make sure that it match. Like, y'all all looking stupid and like liars. So I feel sad for this family, because this is what they're gonna have to go through. Honestly, for real.
It's Pastor Robert Jones. I'm pastor of the Mount Carmel Missionary Baptist Church, as well as the moderator of the Greater New Era Baptist District Association, a number of churches that encompass the city of Chicago as well as the outer areas. And many of our congregants are citizens of the village of Dolton. I just have 5 words I want to say. And the 5 words I want to say is this: justice with all deliberate speed. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, A.W. Staten Jr., pastor of the Alpha Temple Baptist Church in Inglewood, Illinois, resident right next door in Riverdale. So I spend my money food for less, the gas station. So I just got one question. There's nothing else I can say tonight. I made a comment. I thought I would never step foot in this building.
Thank you. I'm just looking at it. Yes, Eastern Star. Go look into that. They do some weird stuff. They do sacrifices. Thank you for telling me. I've been trying to hint to y'all. Y'all notice I hint certain stuff to y'all. Go look it up. This shit demonic. Because when you look at it, it doesn't make sense for all of this to happen. And then you look at these people and you be like, they want good. They say they want, but then their actions is totally different. That's demonic. That's not somebody with an active soul. That's somebody who got a price to pay. We're going to talk about it, guys. We're going to talk about it on another live. Y'all know I'm the person to come to when it comes to spiritual warfare. Baby.
Based off watching the last few years, but I had to be here tonight, and I just got a text at 4:50. I just got a question. I asked the question on the Facebook page when they posted the community pair. Y'all can at least release a statement. All of this, so there. That's all. I know due process. At least, come on, Councilman Steve, you running social media or someone else doing it now? We can't even get in a statement approved, Brother Mayor. We cannot at least, there was a fatal shooting in your city.
No.
And not even a mention on he ain't even worth a statement? Thank you for your time.
No, because he can't pay like he will.
We
about to have the regulars come in. Let's see.
Hello, how y'all doing? My name is Natalie.
I thought that was somebody else. Go ahead.
Little sister. I just want to bring light to who he was. because clearly people up here don't know who my brother was. So let me let y'all know who my brother was. My brother's a legend. My brother is very loving. He's very caring. He was my protector. He was my brother. He was another dad to me. And y'all sitting up here as if he's not important. My brother is important. That was my brother. I bet if the tables was turned, you would be doing something completely different. You looked in my mother's face and looked and shook her hand and told her that you was doing everything that you can and you're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing. Y'all think that this is gonna go away and it's not. I promise you. We're gonna be up here every day. I'll be up here every day standing outside doing what I need to do for my brother to get justice. Cause who? DeAndre Rucker killed my brother and stood over my brother and shot him.
Say his name.
So we gonna get justice. And I want you to look at me when I'm talking. Cause clearly this is not important to you or to none of y'all. This is Capri Austin. Capri Austin born on July 31st, 19...
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. Came across my mind before I lose it. Mr. Roberts, I want to extend an apology to you because there were several times that I said, you should run. You should run. You'll be great. You would be great. You have a great heart. I think you're very diligent, but being in these positions, you have to have a dead soul. So I'm glad you decided not to. It's so sad that our politics is so disgusting and corrupted that I have to extend an apology to someone who I really kept saying, like, run, run, run. I'm glad you didn't run because the things that these people, I don't know if they're forced to do this, but baby, I'm glad your soul is clear. I just wanted to tell you that, Mr. Roberts. Keep striving because you have a strong tolerance. I wouldn't even know how long I can deal with this from the outside. So I totally understood and understand now why you don't want no parts to be inside of politics. So shout out to you, Mr. Roberts. Keep on fighting and striving. It made me think about that. Baby, these people dead. They dead in the soul. They just look at her like she's nothing. And then you had all this fake passion for Tiffany Henyard. But I knew they were like this because their response to Alexis, but you guys didn't know they were like this because the difference is that they're pushing, and I'm going to say this, I don't care if he was rich, poor, the biggest man, the nicest, the meanest. We all have rights, and we have human rights. And as long as you are not, threatening someone in a way that you're taking their life, you should be able to express yourself. Equal force should be used. Excessive force should not be used. But at the end of the day, everybody should be able to live. And that's the problem here. No matter if you have money, you don't, you said it right, you didn't. So now I think this is going to touch more people's hearts because they got the church. They saying he's a good guy, but there were other people who were good too. And I think all of y'all need to get together on a board or family first type thing against Dolton, because you got the funnel cake, you got the lady with the stiletto, you got Mr. Austin, you got Alexis, you got a few other people who've been hurt and killed in these areas. Get together, put the pressure on these people correctly, because this is what they don't want you to do. Because if y'all don't band together, Ruckus is gonna buy y'all out one by one, because it don't take much. Obviously, I think Miss Trina sold me out for less than $100. I'm just being honest, like that's just real. But let's finish play this.
1994, a day before, day after me. Well, but yeah, whatever. That's my brother. And I'm gonna let y'all know his memory is gonna be forever. You're not gonna get rid of us easy. We're not gonna shut up. You can't make us shut up.
Let's talk about
Do your job.
Next, y'all.
Do your job.
Talking about Trina. Trina is coming up next, y'all. And I'm not even gonna show it because it'll take away more. But I wanted to show y'all.
So y'all gonna tell them the truth, or y'all gonna keep lying?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let Trina air them out. One thing I will say, like, cause we'll keep it real. Cause I remember Trina jumped on my live like, she do be feeding the people, but Trina will tell on somebody. She don't give a damn. She will tell what she tell. If she knows something, she gonna tell. So let's listen to what Trina got to say. That's why I had love for it, cause I'm like, all right, well, you could tell on anybody. Let's rock. But let's listen.
She a liar, civil rights violator, right? She attacked seniors, but she on the ethics committee. Make that make sense.
Ms. Brown.
Stan, you just rolled the box. Kiana, she
and Stan, he just there just looking.
the CFO of Rucker Enterprise. We know. Yeah. We know.
Kiana, the alleged madam of Ruckus Enterprise. Let's go.
His name on her house for a federal tax lien.
Miss Downs, if you can stand at the podium, please.
I'll stand right here, not a problem. The mayor got a federal tax lien. He don't pay his taxes, but want us to pay our water bill. Yeah.
And you talking about House talking about he got a federal tax lien. Now, I know y'all should have said, well, Grace, you ain't said before, because y'all would have cursed me out. But I did tell y'all, looking at somebody's finances, that they ain't the best when they got a whole bunch of outstanding judgments against them for money. Oh, I'm like, damn, he supposed to be on a finance and he can't even pay his own bills. And that was true, honestly. But you guys could have got that information as well. So I do apologize that I wasn't strong enough to just say, put the middle finger up and tell everybody the truth at the time. But I think I mentioned it, that y'all need to go like, everybody's not perfect with finance. Maybe he'll do better. His shit, it's messed up. Purposely. It's not in purpose. It's purposely, like he made hella mistakes. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So Trina ain't wrong with that one. Now she add on that he got a federal IRS tax lien. Baby, you ain't gonna never sell nothing until that get paid off.
That's $130,000 federal tax lien. Don't pay his taxes. The chief of police they hired got investigated for a bank robbery for 10 years with CPD.
And they brung this up. She brung this up. I gotta give it to Trina. She brung this up from the beginning. Nobody wanted to hear her. Nobody said anything. She was like, yo, this man was involved in an investigation for robbing a bank. And this is things that you can find, public information. She tried to warn you guys, and to the fact that they brought it up most recently that he's missing a certification that he needs to be chief of police. That was like last month. Deja vu. Go ahead, Trina. I'm gonna let you cook. Cook.
But y'all waiting on him to solve a murder. Baby, wait on it. Did you solve the murder of the little girl who got hit by a red Corvette? You can't find a red Corvette?
Wow, that's not funny.
No.
That's ridiculous.
They don't find no murderers in Dolton. Where the taco man, the nacho man, where's his murderer?
Nah, that's the funnel cake man she talking about. And from what I hear is that a lot of street people knew who was the killer. That's why somebody wanted me to go look into who the funnel cake, because there was some thugs involved, and allegedly the police knew. Allegedly.
Y'all had him locked up and let him go. Right?
I'd rather be beefing with the police than beefing with my street thugs. So I was like, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. I'm looking at the Alexis case, but I did look into it, and it's some hardcore nonsense. The funnel cake man wasn't involved in it. It was just some stupid hardcore people that did it.
Right. Ed, you's a liar. You here for the water bill come up again. You gotta go. Brittany, you a liar. You was lying right with Tammy while she was lying on me for an order of protection that she couldn't keep. Cause she was lying, and I'm gonna sue the shit out of you. And I'm gonna sue the shit out of all.
Order.
Y'all need order. Cause y'all been out of order. You was out of order when you left the meeting and went to the bar. Remember that? And we got that $40 million lawsuit. Mary, you back there, didn't you tell them to get up and leave? That's the trustee's advisor back there. Mary Yvonne, yeah, she advised them. So make sure she advised them right, y'all. Right. Y'all got the police to remove me out of meeting for talking, but y'all can't find a damn murderer. Y'all want to talk about me bringing a golf club to a meeting, but y'all don't want to talk about nobody getting gunned down in the street, right? Because all y'all been in that man's pocket.
She bringing everything. She running that down like doop 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 doop, even down to the golf club. Y'all remember that? This is for the people who know. It's like wow.
He bought and paid for all y'all ass, every last one of you. You bought and paid for, and you sold the community out.
I can run with that. I can run with that. I second everything that Trina said, even though you know what it is. Okay, moving forward, call them out.
Answer, but y'all keep lying, Mr. Landlord. Y'all keep lying. Clock that key. Isn't that what they say, y'all? Clock that key.
These people should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed.
Behind the
My name is Shakira, and I got a few questions. For one, for the chief of police, why haven't the witnesses been contacted since then? Have they been contacted?
Ooh, I didn't see this, y'all. Did I call it? I know they wasn't investigating. I know they wasn't calling nobody. They wasn't doing nothing. I asked for a CAD call list of the Lexus shooting. None of those people who like addresses or the calls that came in, it wasn't no witness statements from them. From there, I already knew that they was never investigating. But I know. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
I can actually answer that. No, they haven't. So if an ongoing investigation is ongoing, you would think that they'll be constantly keeping in communication, right? I guess not. I had detectives laugh and think that it was funny the night of.
Demonic.
Andrew Holmes, you march the street and promote against gun violence. Where are you? Where are you?
I've been reaching out.
Oh, okay.
I've been reaching out.
Who?
BLT, and he. No. I reached.
Non-existent.
1 second.
Non-existent.
Please,
Back to me.
please allow
Non-existent.
Ms. Shakira to speak.
Thank you. Non-existent. I have a.
Yes, non-existent. Thank you. You don't even want him to touch your stuff. Please don't reach out. Get your disgusting, alleged pedo, pending lawsuit having crypt keeper self in the corner, pending your investigation or your lawsuit. And we're talking about Andrew Holmes, guys. Come on, yo. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need outside help. What is he talking about? He's disgusting. Oh my God. I'm surprised. I probably talk it up. I'm surprised Jedediah didn't bring his stupid self back into this. But let me shut up because it's going to be an 8-ball and you're going to have him coming down. I'm coming. Let's pray that this don't turn into a show like everything else. And they actually get some real help of real people who are going to push this internationally with a more cooler, calmer, collective approach. Less messy. Okay? But this not messy. This is them putting it out there. So let's finish listening. Let's pray. Oh my God. Andrew Holmes. Oh my God. Please. Don't say he reached out to you because y'all going to have Jetta Liar try to reach out to y'all. Please, please, please.
Question, Mayor House. Is he in your pocket? Did he donate to your campaign fund? Why was the Melanie Shaw Center renamed Rucker Athletics after Mayor Shaw's daughter who was murdered in a car accident? Why erase her legacy?
Because he bought it. He owned Melanie Fitness. They sold it to him. Probably less than $125,000. I could go look. I'm going to look up. Okay, let's look up how much they sold. I know, Robert, you probably get this information too. But it got to be under $100,000 because they wasn't making a lot of money at Melanie Fitness. So that's why his name is there. Also, if y'all want to know why his name is on a bench or something outside of the library, yeah, it's because he paid for that too. All you gotta do is pay these people to get this shit done. That's why I was like, all right, they want you to, like, to be honest, I was, talking to my sis, and we want to make sure that Lexi get her memory pushed out there. and she was supposed to be getting her name on certain places out there. And they were petitioning it for money. I was like, they want money from you? I said, they want what? Uh, I can't be mad at mom if mom is going to make it happen from her, Alexis fundraiser and the things she do, of course. But it's disgusting on the part that you have to pay to get a memorial for actions that took place in the town related to the elected officials and police. Like, you can at least like, come on, knock it off. But that's why
people in the place right now working in it. It's a free for all. You let them come run your town. That's what you're telling us, right? I want to tell you this. Capri Life Matters. He had 2 children. And not only did he have 2 children, he was a father to my child. He stood up for everyone. A gentle person. A person whose life had dignity, respect, honor. But let me ask you this. Do you guys really care? I watched you, trustee, whatever your name is, laugh, smirked, thought it was funny. Let your kid be gunned down. Don't talk to me. I don't even want to hear what you got to say. Because if you cared, you wouldn't even made a Facebook post. Check your facts. I'm not the CFO. That's what you cared about. That's what you cared about. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. You're a clown. Back to you, Mayor House. Do what you do. You talked about Tiffany Henry, right? You guys wanted her up out of here, right? She told you and warned you guys about this, right? And what happened? Yeah, check the time. Is it 3?
No, let's clarify that. She didn't tell them and warn him about nothing. Now, let me just be a little messy, y'all, but this is a little bit allegedly. It ain't defamation. This is allegedly. Tiffany a little loose with the love. Y'all already saw she was with Keith's, with Kamal's, with people who know each other. And possibly Mr. Rutgers bust that down too. Possibly, allegedly. Shut up. Okay? So they're all tied to each other. You remember parties at Melanie Fitness where everybody was kind of rump shaking and a little naked and they made it seem like no elected officials was there or no elite people were there. Like, all I'm saying is that don't make Tiffany a superhero. She's mad. I don't know why. Maybe Rutgers didn't fund her deal the way he funds other women's deals to get them to be his concubines and shit. Excuse me, allegedly. I gotta say it because this is all from like putting pieces together. It's coming. Okay. Y'all do people who know out there. Y'all know. Y'all know. It's bad. It's so bad. I'm trying to find the right way that I don't defame people, but it's allegedly that there are people who are in elected official positions now or trying to be. I ain't going to say no names, but people all around this thing who was brokering, selling boys to public officials. Those boy group homes out there that was getting funded. And y'all got a lot of like Atlanta thing going on. Like people like Jedediah that don't know what to do with itself. Those type of behaviors, those were learned. And they were learned by people who were grooming people. It gets bad. The why, I'm just filling in some stuff. Now, y'all may not believe everything, but the people down there, y'all know I know. That's probably why they want me to shut up. But y'all ain't right. It's demonic. So don't say that Tiffany tried to warn y'all. She was just salty that she couldn't, whatever. I don't know what she couldn't do with Rutgers, but I definitely know whatever she couldn't do with Rutgers, Kiana could. So she was like, so I'm the mayor. I don't need you. I don't need Rutgers. I'm going to get all the property, allegedly. This is the back dynamic. So I pray that the family don't fall for the Tiffany trying to warn somebody, because she was doing that just to cock block. She was doing that because she didn't have connections to millions of dollars or brokerage firm, allegedly like Rutgers did, allegedly connected to St. Patrick, Miss Tiffany Kamara, who's a broker that got these points that allow her to get all this loan money, allegedly, from the stuff that we already showed you guys from when I did my little fake investigation. Cause I call it, I'm not an investigator, you know, my little research on St. Patrick's when I was all of that. Go look at that video. Freedom of Information Request. We put it all together for you. This is what's going on. Y'all not seeing that this is an Epstein world in the black community? And that's why I call them the boule. Can y'all see the picture coming together a little bit more? Now I can talk a little bit more freely, because it's like I tried to give these people the benefit of the doubt because I thought their hearts wasn't shriveled up. But I knew it when they wouldn't talk about Alexis or even address it at all.
Minutes. It's sick. It's sick. All of y'all are sick. And it's sick that y'all think that it's funny. You about the only one village clerk with some dignity up here that look people in their eyes when they're talking. You keep a poker face because you don't think it's funny, right? But you smirk. You couldn't even look at nobody. You couldn't even show no respect. How dare you? Hang your head down low. You're sick. All y'all fucking sick.
Yep. And demonic. Now, I will say this. I like Miss Key. She, out of all of them, she seemed like she had the best heart. But then I have to think, how could you be around these people and Key and you listen. You know what they doing. Where is that empathy coming from? I'm just saying, I got love for Miss Key. I'm not trying to put her out there, but that is, if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, that's worse than the person who show it. I hope it's not like that. But baby, I would have been like, yo, I don't want to be clerk. Not here. I'll be a clerk in another town. Just like, the clerk in Harvey quit. Didn't she quit? Remember? I would have quit. Because my ethics and my standards and my morals will not allow me to be around people like this. That's why I was a travel nurse. I couldn't commit to the ethics and the morals of these hospitals and how they did things. So, that's just what I'm saying. I don't know, Miss Key. It's a little weird. I'm praying for you, girl. I'm praying for you. I don't know.
Okay. That's going to conclude the public comment section of this meeting.
Let's see what they got to respond. What happens?
So we'll take them. We have Trustee Holmes. We'll begin with, we're going to go with public. We're going to go with general announcements. So, Trustee Holmes, you have a public announcement.
Okay. This is to Brother Austin and the mother to let you know I stand with you. I would be with you going to felony review. I would be with you going to the state's attorney's office. Whatever date that you need to go.
This man, he done got his little fake teeth. Y'all see him? Y'all see his teeth? I'm sorry, y'all. He can't even open his mouth. Go ahead. Let me listen to this fool.
Let me know. Let me know. I was on the scene when this first happened. No. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
No.
Well,
all I'm going to tell her is please do not let him put his demonic hand on your case, because he will tell you one thing and go tell them another thing, i.e. allegedly, just like the Kanika Jenkins case. Please. Please, please, please. This is hard to watch.
Order, please. Order, please.
Look at this. Look at him. Ew.
We got all the receipts. You going to jail, bro. Know that. going to jail, Jason. Got all this shit, all the money you received, nigga. You boys.
Okay, trustee.
They need to get an investigation. They need to get an investigation and get the FBI on this as well, to write a letter to figure out how Rutgers is connected to. We already know Kiana, but to House and everybody, and see his to show his tentacles that's through everywhere. They need to contact the FBI about this too as well. I know the FBI don't care about us right now because it's a Republican world, but put the paperwork in, please. And I say us because y'all know I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm a separatist. But I say us is because when they say Democrat, they look at the lower income black community or whatever. So right now, if it's Democrat, they don't even care.
Can I conclude your announcement?
Unless it's significant.
Do you have any further announcements at this time?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to be recognized.
Okay, I'll go with Trustee Belcher.
Okay. Well, they're leaving out, but I would like to say this, and I'm saying it publicly because while I understand that someone has lost their life in tragedy, they have made this a political spectacle. I have not worked for DeAndre Rucker since 2023. If anybody fact check or whatever, they would know that. I feel it has not only created chaos in our community, but the police department has been in contact with whoever and is doing their job. Just as they're stating, and whoever is here, all the things that's going on Facebook, Instagram, everything. I have children too, and they're seeing my face plastered all over the internet for something I had nothing to do with.
Let's just clarify, ma'am, that you are the person that's over the business liaison and you have been making significant connections with Rutgers. Let's highlight that you may have been brokerage in the deal for Melanie Fitness and made sure that the lounge was open. So even if he was your ex-boss in 2023, obviously there is some nepotism going on and you can't deny that. So because people are aware of it, now your feelings is hurt because you got kids, but your daughter is alive. And they're talking about you. At least your daughter's not dead and they're talking about you. Respect and love to Miss Cara Wilson. Yeah. You see how when the narrative is changed in a way or presented in a way that makes you look weird, how people online start to dig at you, and then I got kids. Yeah, you didn't blink an eye for Alexis. You didn't blink an eye for the funnel cake man. You got uncles. You really ain't blink an eye too much, but now you're blinking an eye because it's for you. Come on, sympathy goes the way it flows. That's all I'm saying, baby. So no disrespect. You know, Grace love the kids, but that has nothing to do with our conversation. Let's stick to the facts.
I was at home minding my business, and I feel it's very unfair to keep being attacked on social media with something that I had nothing to do with. I'm not employed by the person, haven't been employed by the person in more than 3 years. And I feel it's unfair. Smith & Wesson sell guns. Is everybody accusing everybody that's employed by Smith & Wesson?
No, but what people are doing is, if you know somebody has a tincture that's violent or control freak, or they just get mad fast, you don't want to put them in your surroundings. You don't want to bring them into your town. You don't want, and obviously the little stories that I heard about his tincture, about his temper, about, when things don't go his way, you knew that because you worked with him. So for you to say guns don't whatever, baby, the person in the gun shop got to put your name down, got to make sure that you have a license. And in some states, I think they running backgrounds. So that was your point right there before you let him up into Dolton to basically buy the town out. Okay? Because that was your boy. That was your boss 2 years ago. Not long ago. Not long ago at all. Right.
I just feel that it's unfair, and I'm sorry for their tragedy and their loss. But at the same time, people have to realize that people have families, and they have made this tragedy a political spectacle. Thank you.
What? But then why do you say it's political? Is nobody going against you? You ain't up for running nothing. You lost commissioner. What's political about this? Can somebody explain what's political? But everybody being truthful that you dead connected to this man.
Okay. Yeah, Trustee Stan.
Poking out them Ozempic lips. Girl, bye. Stop it. I told you she losing weight, but she ain't lose that darkness in her heart.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say awesome blessings to the family, loved one, friends of.
Oh, Javara, before we let Stan ride a bike, you said you see how Keith left out when they left out. That was weird. Yes, he's probably chasing behind them, trying to, get in close with them like Tiffany, because that's Tiffany right-hand man, possibly. And all of this is a stunt. All of this is a publicity stunt for them, honestly. Politically, like, I know people are going to use that, but right now no one's up for election or anything. This is just to get their name in good tincture, to possibly hook up with somebody they can make money with in the near future. This is what Keith just got up to do, okay? Because he could care less about death, about the statistics of murder, about what those cops was doing. He ain't never once talk about the Dolton cop and investigating, highlighting, and he was on Tiffany Todd at that time. So yeah, possibly that's what he went to do, chase behind her. He got her fast. That's what I was like, oh, he got her fast, legs all skinny. That Ozempic. Mark my words, I'm just going to say this. Information, educational purposes only. Mark this. I tell people, don't use this Ozempic. I studied pathophysiology when I was in nursing school, and I truly believe that this is going to make people sick, allegedly, because I don't want YouTube to like, medical misinformation. I'm telling you, look out for pancreatic cancer and liver cancer. Mark my words, and let's move on, please. Get on a walking trail and stop eating bad. That's all I'm saying. This is not the good route.
The Austin family.
Sidebar.
He was overseas ball player, Euro pro. My son just got back from overseas about 4 years ago. And my phone been jumping off the hook from a lot of pro ball players from overseas. And they would like to come here and do a little something. But, I want to make sure I'm going down the right path. I don't want to stir up anything because looking at Mr. Austin stand up here, I had an altercation. My son is 6'8", and we had a little bad situation and something almost jumped off. So I had to hold back the tears listening to Mr. Austin speak. I know his pain, to lose someone at that magnitude. So I can't say enough of. I can't exactly say how he feels because I haven't lost my son, but it was close to that. And my son, and we have many other gentlemen from here that's overseas still playing now, and some of them are back, and they know Austin, and they kind of fill me in on it. And excuse my language, they say he was a beast on the court. So these ball players know one another. So I got to report back to some of them. Like I say, my son just got back 4 years, and he's been overseas for about 8 years. So when he got back, it was more than a blessing for him to be here.
I don't know about that. Stan is weird. I don't. For him to offer that they want to do a little something is some codifying pacifier to me type stuff. Like, it's not even time to do something. Like, what are you doing? Are they writing letters? Are they about to come protest? What's going on? What do you mean? But I will say the people who are talking against, like trying to talk up, obviously, those were the Tiffany supporters. Stan, ride a bike. He probably got a battery in his back, like Tiffany there, and Andrew Holmes, or whatever. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Because they probably didn't have no direct connection to Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? So they like, I don't care, I'll sell them out. And Miss Brown just be so quiet. I wonder what she got going on. Honestly, though, I think Tammy, even though people can't stand her because she got a little, I think, roughness, possibly, She don't be in the mix, in the mess that I know of, outside of what Trina talking about. But yeah, that's why I think those two are speaking up, because those are Tiffany supporters.
Greetings, everyone. I just want to say to the family, man, I'm so sorry for your loss. Condolences is an unfortunate situation. And I can hear and you can see, man, the pain, you can see it.
Before you go on, I'll read your comment. Paul, you said Stan Brown is hard to figure out, but he was the only one in administration who showed empathy for the victim family. That's why I said, yeah, don't know how to take that real quick. Like, we'll keep our eye on Stan. He know how to ride that bike. He know how to kind of like stay on a tightrope a little bit.
And it's heartbreaking. Sorry for that. And I have trust in our police chief that the investigation is going to be thorough. We're going to turn over the right evidence, and we'll see what the state's attorney comes to. But again, on behalf of myself, Trustee Edward Seaver, I'm so sorry for this family's loss in our village. And this unfortunate thing happened. And we're going to keep moving forward. But that's just for me, to see a family in pain like that is very visibly hard to watch. And I'm sorry for that. That's all I got.
Thank you, Trustee. Any other board members?
Yeah.
Trustee Norwood.
I normally start off with a happy Monday, but I just want to say, as a mom, I know I heard someone say that we don't care. As a mom of a son, I just want to send my condolences and say that. And again, as Trustee Steve stated, I do have trust in our Dolton Police Department in the work that they're doing. And I just send all our prayers. And again, sorry. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Trustee Tammy.
I also want to give my condolences as well. I have a son, and nothing has happened to him like that, but you can just imagine how the family feels. This is a situation, it's not in the trustees' hands, and people are blaming and saying it's something you can do. I'm not in law enforcement. There's nothing I can do. Just give my condolences, know and believe in the chief that they would do what they're supposed to do. I'm sure no one is going to put their 36-year career.
She means she the trustee and it's nothing you could do. Yes, it is things you can do. You went over and beyond to report Tiffany and tried to file lawsuits and all types of stuff. There are things you can do. You can push a good investigation, ask for updates, because it's something that the community is worried about. You can do a whole lot, Ms. Brown. So you go ahead, girl. Go ahead. You almost on the other side.
Career online for someone. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Justice will be served if you are wrong. We don't make the decisions. You turn over the information, it goes to the state's attorney. I know everybody say they know the process. Evidently not. There is a process in everything that you do. Do the investigation, a thorough investigation, turn it over, and we pray for the best outcome to happen. But for folks to say that he bought you, he ain't bought me.
I don't know why they making it seem like this is so complicated. Like it was so many moving, working parts in this situation. It wasn't. It was a scuffle. It was an argument between them. He told allegedly Mr. Olsen to get out. Mr. Olsen, they scuffled, got him out. Mr. Olsen probably said something like, I'm not going nowhere. While he's outside already, you have Ruckers that runs back into his place, retrieve the gun, come out, pow, pow. Mr. Austin falls on the floor. Mr. Ruckers allegedly goes over him, pow, pow him again. So I said too many pow, pows. Allegedly, it was 3. This was the story. What is so complicated? You're trying to figure out who was the aggressor, who started it, because even if Mr. Austin was the aggressor and he was drunk and he was belligerent, there's a level of degree of force or combat that anyone can make to be declared self-defense. And if the other person is not armed and you guys were in combat and you already circumvent this person from being inside of your establishment, you already subdued the issue and the threat. The guy didn't have a gun. He didn't come back with a gun. So I don't understand what's so complicated about this. Like, this is what kills me about elected officials too. Judges. I'll keep you up to date on my court date. Literally, I just filed 5 motions, and one of the motions, oh my God, was to sanction a lawyer. But I'm just throwing this out there. I don't understand why elected officials and people in these positions, when they get it, they feel like the average person like me and you just don't understand. We just don't get it. We just don't understand the process. When literally some of you guys just jumped in this position and don't know what the hell you're doing. You just talking. This is what I noticed, but maybe it's just me. I don't understand why people behave like this. But again, we're fools and we don't know the process. But I think a lot of you, just like me, watch CSI. We watch Investigative. Somebody shooting, they gonna hold them. They gonna get them, and then they charge them whatever they could, and then adjust the damn charges. Do you see what I'm saying? You could always amend the charges, but you supposed to charge the person. I'm just saying. I watched it a lot of times, but
I'm not paid for it. Not by him. Not by him. So for people to say you guys are paid for, he's in your pocket. No, he's not in our pockets. He is not in our pockets. If he gave a contribution to an election, a lot of people do that. That doesn't mean if you give a contribution that someone owes you something. You made a contribution, and that's exactly what it is. It's not giving you something back for a contribution that you made. So no, I am not paid for.
So that's already, guys, just giving y'all a heads up. Like, if they're gonna start investigating, he contributed to us. So if y'all find that, that's a nothing burger, because that's what she's trying to tell y'all. Well, just because he donated to us doesn't mean that we owe him anything. Words is not aligning with actions, but we'll move forward. This meeting must have been short.
Thank you, trustee.
Because we like 50 minutes into the meeting, and it's an hour and 22 minutes. This meeting must have been really short.
I'll briefly comment.
The content outside of this commentary.
No, my comments to it are, it's a breathtaking tragedy that occurred. It occurred here in the village of Dolton, and as I mentioned before, well, all communications have primarily, I've elected to do the best we can to work with the family because it is a tragedy. And to that extent, I've had a meeting before Chief as well, and we'll continue to make the window and lines of communication remain open to all information that we are able to give during the course of this investigation. We will work as quickly as humanly possible. Overtime has been awarded and granted to work this case to bring it to as speedy a conclusion as possible. Justice must be swift, and we are working towards swift. It cannot be instant. We will do everything within our power to make sure that the investigation moves as quickly as humanly possible. Turn that over to the state's attorney, and Lord willing, they will come to a quick, as Chief word, the charging decision as well. But it is a tragedy. Myself, Chief, clergy will all remain available and accessible to answer any questions that we can. Condolences have been extended. I will re-extend as well condolences to the family, because in a horrible situation like this, there are no winners. And we are here, and we will remain to be here for those who have been harmed, and we want to make sure that the appropriate steps are always taken. So, I don't know, Chief. You have some comments, Chief?
So I'll extend my condolences again to the family, and I do it every time I talk to mom and dad. And I've talked to mom and dad since this has happened. Both.
Can I stop right here? I have to say sidebar real quick. If y'all listen, this is outside of it. This was just weird. This is sidebar. It was funny. Trina said something funny, and nobody peeped it. When this guy, the fire department guy, was in Tiffany's live, Trina said something like, "Oh, you're coming over here to gentrify the jobs." And I'm sorry, I just thought about it, how ridiculous her statement was. I don't know where that came from, but I just thought about it because I looked at him and I looked at his eyes. And why did he look like that though? He looks scary. But I don't know where that came from, guys. That was just sidebar. But if y'all happen to heard that, that's who she was talking about in the back of like Hinger's live. Anyway, let's move forward. We're almost done. I'm getting sleepy too. I've been working all night. All day on these motions, but we almost here. I do apologize, y'all. This is the guy she was talking about. Let's go.
Of them probably about 10 times.
What is wrong with his
And I told them that although I do understand that they don't understand what's going on here and how it works, if it takes me 500 times to explain it to them, I told them I will make myself available.
I'm sorry. He distracted me. He got the Erica Kurt eyes. That's what's going on. Because I'm like, why is this guy eyes like that? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, I'm going to listen to the guy. I'm going to finish listening to the chief of police lie to us. Let's listen.
To them 500 times. And I'll say it over and over again, what needs to be said and trying to explain to them what's going on. I understand they're in grief. There's a lot of different phases to the grief, and I get it. But 2 days after this tragedy happened, myself, the mayor, deputy chief, and our lead detective called the family and said we wanted to meet with you guys so we can give you an update, so you can hear it from us first. And we sat down with the family, we gave them an update, and I've continuously given them updates. We will not share anything outside of the investigation that we cannot share. What we can share, we have shared. There are some things that we cannot share because we do not want to jeopardize the charging decision. Once the state's attorney makes a decision for charging, everything will come out. It all will come out. But right now, we cannot. The individual, the person of interest that we had in custody originally the night of, we had to release them because based on the Constitution and the law, we only have a certain number of hours that we can charge. Otherwise, we have to release them. And if we violate that person's constitutional rights, you got no case. We have no case. I am the police. I've been the police for 36 years. I've arrested a lot of people. That is my job. It don't stop because I came to Dolton. It does not. I have a responsibility to this village, and everybody that comes, lives, works, and visits this village. And I'm committed to it. And
if they would have locked him up and not charged him and held him, they would have violated his rights, but nothing would have happened. They do it to people up here all the time. They just be sitting in jail, didn't get to see a judge or nothing. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Detectives are committed to it. My detectives have been working this since it happened nonstop. My lead detective in this case, I had to make him go home so he can get some rest.
That's so complicated.
That's how committed we are to this. I literally had to make him go home.
You know what would be complicated for me? If you're trying to blotch the evidence. What the heck is so complicated about this? Someone tell me. I don't understand what's complicated.
We're going to see this through. We are. But I'll say this again. The charging decision is not the Dolton Police Department's decision. We have been consulting with the state's attorney since the night it happened. The state's attorney may tell us to go back, analyze this evidence, get this evidence, talk to this person. We talked to witnesses that night. My detectives interviewed the witnesses that night. The state's attorney will interview the witnesses when they decide to make a charging decision. We've been consulting with them since
The state attorneys will interview the witness when they decide to make a charge. What? Why don't they talk to them before? What? I'm confused.
happened. No, we don't call the witnesses back unless the state attorney say, well, what about this or what about that? We're going to be thorough. We have been thorough, and we will continue to be thorough in order to bring this to a resolve. But lastly, and once again, the charging decision is not ours. It's not. It's the state's attorney's decision. And we are working with them diligently in order to make a decision or help them make their decision to charge it. Thank you.
My opinion, whoever was a witness, y'all need to write y'all statement and send it to them certified. So y'all statement could be compared to what the officers wrote down.
Thank you very much, Chief. Okay, we will move along next to the village clerk's report. Clerk Key.
My condolences also to the Austin family. I know most of them have left, but I would also like to extend my condolences to the family as well. I am requesting the approval of minutes for the regular board meeting on May 4th, 2026, May 18th, committee of the whole meeting, requesting approval from the board of trustees.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
We'll watch the rest.
Motion.
Second. Heard the motion, trustee Norwood, second, trustee Stan Brown. Any discussion? Hearing none, clerk, please call roll.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown. Aye. Trustee Belcher. Aye. Trustee Steve. Aye. Trustee Norwood. Aye. Trustee Holmes. Aye. Motion passed. Thank you very much. That concludes my report.
We do have a presentation that I would like to welcome. We are privileged to have Dolton Township Highway Commissioner Antoine Russell. Looks like you got security with you. You got security. Along with Dolton Township trustees Valeria Stubbs and Mary Avant. So I'll ask. Oh no, you got the most important piece in your hand. So now we want to thank, of course, you for being here and welcome you, of course, or we welcome you to the great village of Dolton. Okay, I don't know if we got the mic on.
Hello. Yes. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. Good evening, Mayor House, members of the village board.
I really want to stop right here because Thornton is a whole nother beast that I want to talk about. Maybe, but not tonight. When I see Mama Mary and I see this lady, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I don't want to hear this right now. We've been listening to a lot. When I see these two, I'm disappointed. I'm going to move forward. I'm still holding my tongue. I think we'll wait and let something happen with Thornton. Let's move forward real quick because these two people, they disappoint me. Well, Mama Mary disappoint me. Now, the other lady with the glasses, Miss Valerie, I already knew you was sus. I'm just telling y'all the truth. My feelings is hurt. And I still expected more from Mama Mary, even highlighting that she was connected to a Jetta liar. I still expected more from her. And that's all I got to say. Let's move forward. Because these people disappoint me. Everybody who I spoke up for, except for Miss Keys right now, is looking a little weird. I'm not sure if the clerk is how she's moving, but let's pray on her. Everybody except for Miss Wells has disappointed me that I talked up about. Everybody except for Miss Wells, the other clerk from Thornton. Every single one of them somehow disappointed me. So that's why I'm so disgusted, especially with Mama Mary, because it's terrible. It's not good.
Okay, with that, we're going to go next into our village engineers report.
Good evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk, trustees, department heads, and residents from the village of Dolton. I don't know how I can top that, but I'll try my best. Back in March, we submitted funding to the IEPA to the tune of $21 million to do additional lead service line replacement. And I'm here to announce in 2027, the village of Dolton was selected on the intended use plan and will be receiving $11.5 million of forgiveness for lead service line replacement. I want to thank the new administrator and the executives for always being available, doing your due diligence, and making that a success. The other exciting item I have is back in March, we submitted for funding to pave alleys with MWRD, with the Green Infrastructure Partner. I worked hand in hand with the new village administrator, Billy. Here to let you know that the village was awarded $546,000 to repave alleys. We had a kickoff meeting with MWRD last Tuesday on May 26th, and we're definitely looking forward to these exciting new projects that we can deliver to residents. And again, this is all 100% forgivable grant money, no cost to the residents of the village.
Can I stop right there? Okay, so So I just have to say this. What it sounds like is that it's a project that costs $21 million as far as to replace the lead pipes, but you guys got a credit of $11.5 million forgiveness, which means that you guys possibly have to pay $11.5 million for lead pipes. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Keep your eyes on that. The second thing is nice, but let's put things in perspective. You got $546,000. That's nice to pave alleys, but how much did you pay for the Pope House? Um, how much you paid to renovate that? Yeah. How much money could they have saved as because it's just engineering by not selling the towers, or wasn't that them selling the towers, right? Selling their power towers to the energy company. You could have made money in dividends by keeping those towers. Um, let me shut up. Y'all know I know a little bit too much, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think the grant that they got, $546,000, is probably just how much they paid for the Pope House. So, I mean, you could have prioritized and maybe you would have had $1 million to go towards it. But other than that, I pray that y'all get y'all floors, y'all ground repaves, because it needs to, just like most cities do, and get those lead pipes out. Yeah, because that is dangerous. Okay, that is toxic. That's neurotoxic to to the people and the environment. So let's move forward. Nice report, but y'all know I'm gonna have to just call out the real. Like, okay, good job.
Thank you. Very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got the bill in half. People get ready to pay $11.5 million for lead pipes.
Now you got to top that report next month.
Where they getting that money from?
Yeah. Trustee Steve.
No, so Ron Smith, did you mention the fire hydrant? Did I miss that? We talked about that today. You said, yeah, I'm gonna mention it today at the meeting, Trustee. You forget. You know we have fire hydrants.
Good evening again. So working with DCEO, the Department of Economic Development and Opportunity, and working with the village administrator, we have submitted all of the paperwork to DCEO. We're kind of at the final step. We're just waiting to receive the intergovernmental agreement. We'll be receiving $100,000 to replace fire hydrants and valves throughout the village, another $100,000 to do improvements at the water pump station, and another almost $200,000 to bring the village up to ADA requirements, improvements throughout the village hall. So,
thank you very much. Good reminder, Trustee Steve. Who else had a conversation with me? Okay. All right. Next on our agenda, we have the legal report. Any report, Attorney McGrath?
Briefly, Mayor, thank you. And board, just to follow up on the seats litigation. We were in front of Judge Sullivan last Tuesday morning. We had presented the village options to move forward in paying for the judgment and interest. We received an objection from the plaintiffs on the Thursday evening before the holiday weekend in court. We went through our proposals with Judge Sullivan. He disagreed with some of them. We picked out the one that we believe may work, and plaintiffs requested time to look into our proposals. Judge Sullivan directed the parties to meet and confer and talk about the ways to work through this over the next couple of weeks. We have a follow-up court date next Thursday morning.
Y'all know, Mr. Roberts, you know who court date they talking about? Is it related to Fania? Is it related to Jedediah? No, Jedediah is Thornton Township. Fania is Thornton Township, right, as well. So, yeah, it gets me confused because he's not the lawyer for Thornton Township. I got to see who's the lawyer. So let me know what lawsuit they're talking about. Which one?
I tell you that I had a very lengthy conversation with Attorney Dan Storr this afternoon for about an hour and a half going over various options. We've been exchanging a lot of emails, legal research, and different schools of thought.
That's what's wrong. Okay, guys. Okay, this is allegedly. Now I see what it is. You see his eyes? Y'all notice I said nothing about his eyes. I wasn't making fun of the firefighter guy for no reason. I'm like, what's wrong with his eye? Why his eyes look like that? And I kept saying he remind me of Miss Charlie Kirk wife. The difference between his eyes and this gentleman's eyes, they have the same color. Something not right. I'ma shut up. Just know, if you go look at the firefighter eyes, his eyes is actually contracted. And the pupil part is really small. That's why I kept looking at the firefighter eyes like, what's wrong with it? Because it was looking demonic, but I'm like, I didn't even put my nursing assessment on. That's I don't know what medicine he on, but that's uppers. And I'ma shut up. I don't know if the fireman is on medicine, but that's what I saw. So guys, I'm sorry, because something kept saying like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong? Now I see his eyes and the other guys. They have the same color, and it just dawned on me what was the difference. His eyes look normal, how it would be when light hit it. The other guy, his eyes is contracted. I'm sorry, I just had to talk about it. Let me explain to you. Your eyes get contracted and really small because it has to hone in, and they usually do that in the dark. Okay? Yes, he has to do it in the dark, and it's not dark. His eyes contracted. He gets something. Check your fireman. I don't know what's up with the chief of police fireman, but I'm moving forward. God be the glory. I pay attention to too much. Let's finish listening to this. I knew something wasn't right with that man's eyes.
Follow-up court date next Thursday morning.
They better drug test everybody.
I can tell you that
Allegedly.
I had a very lengthy conversation with Attorney Dan Storr this afternoon for about an hour and a half, going over various options. We've been exchanging a lot of emails, legal research, and different schools of thought on how we can resolve this so it works out best for the village of Dolton and the residents. We have another conference call set up between the mayor, the village administrator, and plaintiffs' counsels for Wednesday. And we'll continue that dialogue until we can work this out. So we'll give another update at the next board meeting, but I hope that we have something positive to report to the residents at the next meeting, if not sooner.
Thank you very much, Attorney McGrath. Okay, now we're going to go into committee reports, Human Relations and Ethics, Planning and Zoning. Trustee Tammy.
Good evening, everyone. I have no reports for this evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Trustee. Next is our Amusement and Activities and Police. Trustee Stan Brown.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to speak on our amusement activity.
Let's move forward. We're about to go to...
At 144th and Greenwood, we have a skate.
Good evening again. The Dolton Police Department responded to 1,880 calls for the month of May. In the month of May, there were 272 parking citations written, 121 state tickets written, 4,654 red light tickets,
4,054 red light tickets in 1 month. You guys getting burnt just like us. You telling me y'all got all them cameras around and nobody caught Mr. Austin's shooting? Huh? I was waiting to hear that. This is the second time where I paid attention to the police report. Y'all got massive red light tickets. Oh my God, I feel sorry for y'all. I feel sorry for me. That's what I'm fighting out here. But it's a lot of cameras around, so that says a lot for me, and that's disgusting. 4,000 in 1 month? It's disgusting.
Arrests, 33 misdemeanor arrests, and the Dolton Police Department responded to 1,880 calls for the month of May. In the month of May, there were 272 parking citations written, 121 state tickets written, 4,654 red light tickets, 12 felony arrests, 33 misdemeanor arrests, and 2 warrants. That is a 27.2% increase in activity from April to May. Also, overall crime.
22% increase in activity in 1 month of crime.
Crime is down from April to May, 21.5%.
Let's listen to that again, because that ain't making sense.
Activity from April to May. In the month of May, there were 272 parking citations written, 121 state tickets written, 4,654 red light tickets, 12 felony arrests, 33 misdemeanor arrests, and 2 warrants. That is a 27.2% increase in activity from April to May. Also, overall crime is down from April to May, 21.5%.
Wait, how did you get 22% more in activity, but the crime went down 25%? That's why I just said we had to listen to it again. You see, does that make sense? What? All right. I'll just say I'm slow. That doesn't even make sense. You know that.
Thank you very much, Chief.
You know that's a lot.
Okay, next up we have Fire and Finance Committees, Trustee Belcher.
Good evening. From the Fire Department, emergency incident statistics from January 1st, 2026 through May 31st, 2026, there has been 2,692 emergency response to the Dolton Fire Department, and Buzz Ambulance has responded to, on average, 17.8 calls per service for each shift. The recent response included a structural fire response on May 8th at 14200 block of Lincoln, a structural fire on May 18th at 15700 block of Madison, a structural fire May 22nd on 143rd and Ingleside, and a structural fire on May 30th at 15200 block of Dante. The incident will include the unit citation award on next month's.
That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. 4 fires? What? I mean, I know y'all have, like, you heard what she said? Those were prominent fires? That's weird. Can we listen to it one more time? What? What's going on here? Is it related to non-inspection correctly? Or we got arson? What's going on? Can somebody answer? You know me, that's too much. Hold on.
Included a structural fire response on May 8th.
Activity from April.
Okay, they structural fire.
Okay, next up we have Fire and...
I'm not going to go through all of the addresses. Y'all know how I am. I'll look at the address, try to figure it out. What's going on out here? What's going on?
Cook County EMS Director, which has taken place over the past several months. This recognition shows a continuous commitment for training with
the end of this. Let's see if they got anything else good. I know Miss Brittany probably talk about a party or a youth program.
Right here where we're seated. Make sure you join us so that if you all have any questions, we can make sure that we answer them for you prior to the start date. I will say for all residents, start looking for your houses now. I tell people you can never have too many houses listed because you want to plan A and plan B always. And in regards to our youth, I have a special thanks to our mayor and the Southland Region team for the Dolton.
What I'm gonna do is stop right there because y'all know I could dig into this. She's made an announcement about the housing program, whatever it is. Y'all know I don't believe in the way they set things up because I think pretty much they set things up that only they will be able to get the houses, and they put a high burden on the residents versus businesses when it comes to purchasing houses. So I pray that it's a little bit different. Y'all know how I am. I can't dig into it, but I actually just wanted to watch this with you guys because I haven't did it in a while, and I've been very, very busy trying to get my stuff together. You know, the devil sends, drama, and you just gotta stand strong. So with that being said, I want to say thank you for being with us. Thank you for participating. Thank you for keeping me up to date, Mr. Roberts. And thank you again for putting me up on, because I keep forgetting, I'll be trying to forget the demonic names, but the Eastern Stars. What I will close off by saying is that people, no matter what I say or what anybody else say, you guys have to live there. And one of the most important things that I can push for you guys is to pray. Pray for peace. Pray for God to work on these people's mind, on their heart, because what we're seeing is that they're dead. They're dead souls. They're moving by money. They're recycling these seats, and that's all they really care about. And for you guys to get justice, you're going to have to, one, put the pedal to the metal, and that is put paper to pen, continue to bother the people who are above them. Make sure you be concise with your reporting. Don't fall in line with people like Stan My Man and Andrew Holmes, who I'm like, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be your middleman. I'm gonna talk for you. Be an advocate for yourself as well. As I say, if y'all gonna protest, orchestrate that junk right. Shut that business down when they're having parties, when it's later on that night. Do what you have to do to make sure that you put the pressure on them, because I do truly believe that Rutgers is going to pay like he weigh, just like he's been doing. So with that goes to say thank you for being with me tonight. Please hit the like button. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll probably see you sometime this weekend. We got some things to talk about. Other than that, hit the like button and have a great night.
Jesus,